Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to our shop. Hopefully you enjoy what we're doing here, and maybe along the way we can all learn stuff as we go through and try to rebuild some classic cars, and we all have a little bit of fun on the way. Hope you enjoy. I bought this Daytona Jack a while ago, probably about 5 years ago now. It's been a really good Jack. Now they got purple ones. I wish I would have had purple ones back then, because I'd have had a purple one. I actually have a couple of these Daytona Jacks. And this piece here, I'm thinking this will be just the ticket I need. Lift this body up. So I got enough of these to put one on each side, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then these spread out. We're going to go put one up on each side and see if we can get the body to lift up off this thing. Are we out? Are we out from under it? This is sketchy as freak. Almost need another one. Yeah, what is all in the back here? There's quite a bit in there. The shocks, even though they're not bolted up, they're catching, and that's what's tilting this thing back. See, the shocks is what's doing it. Yeah, that's what's holding us up. I don't think it's actually all that off balanced. It's just these. Yeah, I think the shocks are messing us up a bit. Well, why couldn't we get some boards set in here and then
I know what you
lift, bring the jacks out, and then
plenty of boards.
we do. We just gotta. I think that's what we need to do, though. I think if we got, and then we could kind of get this weighted a little better.
Yeah.
At the same time. That'd probably lift it up higher even.
Yeah.
Does that go up any higher?
A little bit.
Yeah. Perfect. I thought you were gonna let it down. I'm like, don't let it down. This jack, I believe, is going to go higher than that one. This is a long reach. It's already tilted that side anyway, because it's a. And I'm sure them shocks still are in our way. Oh, then they got the shock wire tied down. When I go to push this back, it's going down for some reason. And I don't know why. Oh. Brake line.
Oh.
Brake line still hooks. I can't believe this brake line is coming loose without busting the line itself.
A lot of them do. The whole thing off.
Yeah, but this one isn't. I mean, what are your odds? You're going to have brake fluid going everywhere. So, the tire's hitting the quarter panel, and the frame is hitting the spare tire. Can't believe how dirty I got making this video. Just up and down, rolling around on the floor doing this. I can remember back in the 1980s, I had a Grand Prix that was wrecked, and the frame was bent, and I replaced the frame on that car. And I don't remember it being this hard, but or having this much of a struggle. But I don't even remember anymore how I did that. It's been so long ago. I'm going to build something to do this in the future because this was just way too complicated. Maybe I should just buy a hoist. I don't know. But they seem to take up a lot of room too. My shop isn't all that big. Okay, well, that was about a disaster. Um, Trying to get the body high enough, and it's still, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing about this that looks very safe. But at least the frame's out from underneath it. Okay, so now the reason I needed to get this up in the air. So here, there's a frame mount missing. There's a frame mount missing on that side. And so the frame, so they're both missing. They're both missing from here. So there should be a frame mount area that goes here. And they are both been taken off of this car. This all needs to be welded. This frame mount here, this frame mount here needs to be replaced, which it's been cut out. That frame mount, or not frame mount, why am I saying? It's body to frame mount is what it is. But they've been cut out of this car. Somebody was in the process of getting ready to do them. And then this one here has not been cut out, but it does have some rust on it. So basically, and then while I have the frame out from underneath it, I have some welding to do on the frame, and I'll get back to that. Getting the frame out from underneath it, what I ended up doing, it probably would have been easier to have a hoist. But not all of us have a hoist, so we do with what we got. And I do have a cherry picker. I ended up using that on the front to get the front lifted up high enough so that I could get boards underneath it to get it to set high enough to bring the tires, and I could just roll the frame right out the door. And on the back was I had to get underneath there with a board, hoist it up, and put jack stands underneath it and try to get it high enough. And it'd have been a lot easier with a hoist, just trust me on that. I was gonna put this on a rotisserie, but I don't really see a way to mount it on the back. So I think I'm just gonna have to do some upside down welding, which nobody likes to do upside down welding, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And then obviously spray the bottom of it with some rust encapsulator and then probably some polyurethane. To get the steering column out, you take the I took the steering sector off the frame and pulled it out the front. And all I had to do is a brake line. Obviously, I had the emergency brakes unhooked and was able to lift the front of it with a cherry picker. I put a chain around the body mount down here and just lifted it down here and lifted it up that way. So both these areas here is where I had the chain and was able to get it to go that way.
I had a chain through here and through here, and was able to pick it up and with the cherry picker to get it high enough. I put the boards underneath. I ended up having to use my 6-ton jack stands to get it high enough, and then I also had to put them underneath. I had to put I have some Daytona. Okay, I have the dollies. They call them car dollies. And they're not Daytona, they're Pittsburgh, but that doesn't matter. These are actually pretty nice. You put them under your tires and you roll the thing around. But that was able to get the jack stands high enough that we get the tires out. So now I can roll the frame right back underneath where it needs to go after I get done fixing what needs to be fixed. Okay. These are called car dollies, I guess. And they're Pittsburgh, not Daytona, but that doesn't matter. So while I have the frame out, I'm going to look for a frame stiffening kit for it. Anyway, I guess that's going to be it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing much more to this car this weekend. I really need to do on this side of the shop what I did on this side of the shop. It's starting to get cold out. I need to get this insulated. I got some airlines from Temu, so you know they're not going to work. My plan is to get rid of all the metal or the metal piping that's in here and run the plastic. Anyway, so there you go. That's what I had to do to get the frame off the body. And you have to get the frame off the body, put those body to frame mounting braces. You have to get the body up off the frame to do that. Not saying you have to take the frame completely out, but you do have to get it off the frame to do that. Anyway, that's going to be it for tonight. So y'all have a good day.